Hello, back to the restoration of the Skau Jazz Guitar, the Norwegian jazz guitar. And the last episode I was dressing down the fretboard, which has a bow in it. I've dressed this down now to the point where with a straight edge I can measure about 0.2 millimeters gap at the center of the fretboard. Watching YouTube videos about this subject, it seems that all refretting involves some compression of the fretboard, so some back bow can be introduced, and for that reason I'm not going to dress it down to completely flat. I'm going to leave that amount of relief in the board even without strings on. It's guesswork, so that's where I'm at. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, the surface looks good. I've maintained the fretboard radius using my radius gauges, these things, to keep checking. It's a compound radius, as I mentioned earlier. It goes from about 9.5 inch radius to about, I think it was 14 down at the body end. Now I have to say I'm intimidated by refretting jobs, much less so by neck resets. I've done about 3 or 4 neck resets and I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing there. I've not had good experiences with refretting. Luckily I've only done it on my own guitars. So everybody seems to have a different approach. Some people say you should just hammer in the frets and that's it, it's finished. Others will press in the frets with a special kind of jaw device to squeeze them into place. Others will use glue before putting the fret in place. Others will run super glue along the fret after it's in place. Others will use fish glue. I don't have fish glue, I have hide glue. So I'm not sure. I would rather not use glue at all, but if they don't stay seated, I'm going to have to. But I've got myself a device for cleaning out, well, it's a saw, it's got 2 short saw sections for cleaning out and deepening, if necessary, the fret slots. And they may need to be deepened here where I've taken off the most wood. Anyway, that's enough talk. I'll show you in a second the fret press that I've cobbled up from an engineer's arbor press. Okay. So here's the press. It's an ordinary engineer's press. I've made this from a piece of scrap aluminium. I've put a radius on the bottom of it. It's about 1.5 centimeters wide. And I've just made a wooden cradle for the neck, which has got 3 layers of leather, and hopefully this is going to work. I can apply tremendous force with a press like this, that's not the issue. The issue is going to be not putting any dents in the back of the neck. I will give it a try. So I'm going to start with fret number 1 without glue and without hammering, and just press it and see what result I get. Well, it's fiddly and time consuming, but this arbor press seems to work really well, and I can't get a very thin feeler gauge under the fret anywhere, so I think it works. So the 0th fret would just not go in with that press. So I reverted to using the hammer, the Birmingham screwdriver, and I'm just hammering the rest of them in. I've lost faith in that arbor press, I'm afraid. So apparently the technique is to hammer the ends first and then the centre. And there's a sound, you listen for a sound. When it's not a dull thud, when it's quite a sharp sound. And the fret's in. We'll just test it with the feeler gauge, it seems okay. But I think, going to run glue, low viscosity super glue in, once I've hammered all the frets in. I just thought I'd show you the cleaning out of the fret slots with this saw device from Stuart MacDonald. It's really good. I wouldn't want to use it to actually saw fret slots from scratch, but for cleaning out it's perfect. So I've hammered in 12 or 13 frets. There's a 0th fret, which was the one that gave me trouble in the first place. So that's as far as I've got, and now I'm taking a break. Not enjoying it. Getting them to really seat to the point where I can't get any of this fine feeler gauge under the edge. Some of them, it's just impossible to get them to seat any harder. I've got a feeling that the is it called the tang? The part that goes into the wood anyway is not really quite fat enough for these slots. So they're seating, they're gripping, but not really gripping. So I'm resigned to the fact that I'm going to have to run some super glue down the edges once this is done. Okay, well the frets are in. It's not ready to string up again yet because I need to file the ends. I need to do something clever with super glue, but I haven't got the right low viscosity super glue to use for that with the fine tip bottle, but I will get that. But it's a significant leap forward to get the neck fretted. So that's the end of this part, and thanks for watching. Bye.